Okay, welcome back and thank you for tuning in. And today we're going to look at a Android TV box. Now normally I don't do this. This is the Pendoo X12 Pro. This guy is sporting Android 10, 4 gigs of RAM, internal storage of 64 gigs, which is apparently upgradable, and it has an all-winner H616 quad-core 64-bit Bluetooth 4.2, Wi-Fi 2.4, and 5 gigahertz. Apparently it supports 6K HDR, but let's be real, usually these things 4K at best. But anyway, let's just get right down to it. Let's open this guy up, take a look at what's in there. Is it any good? Let's try it out. But what I got it for is gaming. I don't want it for TV. I want it for gaming. I'm a gaming channel. Can this boy game? Let's find out. Okay, first we're greeted with the wonderful Smart Your Life box with the tiger scratch, I guess. I've dealt with Pendoo before. Their products have been very good. This one, the reason why I decided to take this review when they asked is because this box has a different chipset than the others, and I want to see if it's better or worse. So we open it up. Of course, we're greeted with the Pendoo X12 Pro right here. I'm going to look at that last. Let's find out what the contents are. So what's really cool about this one apparently is that it not only comes with a remote, and I like this remote. This is the same remote that I've had on any of my other Pendoo boxes. It's pretty responsive. It's pretty good. So I do know what that remote is like, and that's pretty cool. An HDMI cable, of course. Not saying it's going to be the best, but it's there. Your power adapter, which is actually, oh, that's kind of neat. So instead of being a USB power connector, it's a normal power connector, which is kind of neat to see. And the keyboard. Now I think, oh, and the charger cable for the keyboard, as it is rechargeable to my best of my knowledge. Yes. So there's your little adapter. We'll need that. And the rechargeable battery, which looks like a Nokia style battery from a phone. And anyway, hopefully it has somewhat of a charge. Yeah, it does. So this is really cool. I mean, yeah, it kind of got a gamepad thing layout in it, but I wouldn't use this for gaming by any means. Ooh, it's rainbowy. Ooh, so that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. So I'll give it thumbs up for looks, and feels great. I mean, it doesn't feel too cheap. It doesn't feel too crappy. You're supported with the charging port right here on this unit, your on-off switch, and of course that is about it as far as that goes. Your, like you've seen, the USB was here in a compartment. Removable battery, which is nice to see in case you ever need to replace it. It's a pretty standard battery you'll find everywhere. I think even the Nintendo DS or something uses this type of battery. All your crazy keys needed and so on. So as far as keyboard goes, I will give them a thumbs up. We'll find out how it works, but right now it gets a thumbs up. So let's turn that off and move on. Now, of course, you'll get an instruction manual or toilet papers for the box and for the keyboard. We don't really care. Here we are, the Pendoo X12 Pro. I really like this design. It feels cool. It doesn't feel cheap. It looks good. I like the size format. Right off the bat, of course, I'm going to compare it to the X11 Pro, which I already had. I know I haven't done a review on it. As far as the housing goes, oh, they look like they're identical. So I don't think there's going to be an improvement on the packaging because they're both sporting the USB 3, which was really nice to see on a unit, period. I believe that, yeah, I think that's it there. And then you have your HDMI, which they still have the same type of power ports, which is nice. They both have the exact same setups here with your, whoops, a little bit of dog hair on there, thanks to my dog. You have your headphone out or SPDIF, 2 more USB 2.0s, your Wi-Fi antenna, and they both support a micro TF right here on the side. So as far as the overall build goes, they're both identical. I never was a fan of, never did take this off. Never was a fan of this outer paint job. I mean, it looks kind of cool. It's kind of neat, but I really like this look more. So I got to give them a little bit of credit where credit is due. They changed it up to give it more of, I guess, a premium look, premium feel. But as far as the quality goes, they both seem to be the same. Now, hopefully, they're not the same underneath. But wait, the layouts the way they are, it's very possible. So let's power this bad boy up, see what we got, see what kind of power, performance, gaming, see what it's like. Why I bought it, why I bought it.
A real prison, and me and the boys are gonna try to survive the next 50 hours locked up here.
Get in here! Chad's against the wall.
There against the wall. I'm just gonna do what he says.
I am officially locked in.
49 hours and 55 minutes to go, and I'm already sick of him.
What? I would like to discuss the toilets. What are your thoughts on them?
I'm not gonna lie, mine has like a yellow tint to it.
That's what I was about to ask. Now that we've established the toilet.
Okay guys, so my overall thoughts here on this box. It's a solid box for Netflix and YouTube. It was instantaneous when I moved it. Now, I'm on a gigabit internet, getting about, let's say, 400 or 500 megabits a second on my wireless connection. So people's experience with that could vary, but in my experience, this thing was absolutely flawless. Like, probably one of the best TV boxes I've had to use in a long time. Now, saying that, the X11 Pro was pretty good as well. It was pretty much the same experience for me. The difference between the two, of course, is 64 gigs versus 32 after I did my homework. That's about it, is the internal storage. Now, for the price, $69 Canadian, which should be much cheaper in the US, is an absolute steal. So, overall, for video viewing, as the box was intended for, great. As far as gaming goes, now boxes overall, if it's a touchscreen game, you're not going to get the experience unless you know how to do some trickery or whatever. In my opinion, I was using an Xbox One controller, Bluetooth controller, and all the gaming was great, except for the last game there where I was shooting zombies. I found it a bit jaggedy. I don't know if that's a fault to the box or a fault to just being an Android game. In my opinion, I ported great for a smooth controller glide. Everything else worked great except for the motorcycle game. That is a true touchscreen game. I did get it to move with the controller, but it was an absolute disaster. So, the car racing was pretty good. I sucked at it, but it was pretty good. I'm sure if I played it a little bit longer, I would have got it down a bit better. But overall, this box is definitely solid for its $70 Canadian price point. That is a dirt cheap box for some low-level, good gaming, and great TV streaming. So guys, till next time, thank you for watching. Game over.